All right. All right. The old man is here. Let's go. Why is up with my lighting? Hold on a second. I got to try to unscrew these lights over here. Hold on a second. Give me a second. This is too. They're trying to blind me, these lights over here. Oh, how does that look? Huh? Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, yeah. That's a lot better. It's not quite. The light in this room is a ceiling fan, and it's the kind with the four little lights, and two of them are just blinding me. So, hey Zach, hey Damien, Zachary says thank you for Stolars. Yeah, that's what it is. What it is. That's what we do, right? We just pick guys up off the street, develop them, help them work out their kinks, and then we send them back out into the wild. Eventually, every team in the division will have one of our ex goaltenders. Hey, Dustin, Tyler. He says, I really love our fourth line. I think we might need to add one more defenseman. Yeah. Schmidt has obviously grown on me. I like the way he's played. I like the way he beat the crap out of Marchment the other day, even though I like Marchment. I wouldn't be surprised at all. If we picked up, like I've said, an Okposo, but on defense, right? Not anytime soon, but for the playoff run, yeah, I would not be surprised because you've got guys like out there on the second line, Kulikov, which is fine, but if something happens, right? If you get an injury, you need a nice, solid veteran defenseman to just plop right there next to Mikula or something like that. Vincent, Zachary, I am here. I am here. The headaches are still coming and going, so I'm just at the point where I'll just gut through it, and because I thought I had figured out what it was, eliminated something from my diet, and it wasn't that. So we'll just you know we'll just deal with it. It's not so bad. It's just I'm sure it gets tired. I look like I'm squinting. Doesn't says Preds. What the hell just happened to my internet? Okay, we're back. That was a weird glitch. The Preds are not exactly as advertised. That's for sure. They are not. Well, I know they're in last place, obviously. So, but I never get too excited about when we're playing the backup goaltender because um, even though recently in recent years things have changed for decades around here. If you wanted your backup goaltender or even your starting goaltender was in a slump and you wanted that slump to end, just play the Panthers. That's obviously changed in the last 3 years. I think that really started changing with the President's Trophy season. But so, and they're going to be they're not so far out. Like, I mean, I seen like Boston's like right there still in a playoff spot. I know it's early to talk playoff spots, but the point is like Boston fans were like freaking out and panicking that they weren't doing good. And you look at the standings and it's like, yeah, they're not, it's not like they're Edmonton last year where they're 10, 11 points out or something. Hey, is that Captain Kyle waking up? Oh, that was the answer I got. Dustin says, I think it's Bruno or too many superstar and Preds that can't gel together. When was the last time in any sport? I'm going to say the Heat because I don't watch a lot of baseball and basketball since then. But the Heat are the last time I remember in a sport where they just went and plucked all of the superstars. Not that it's not like McDavid and Matthews are there or something, but generally speaking, the point is that you still got to make a team. You still got to make a team. They still the attitudes and the personalities and all of that still have to gel. And look at what happened to Bobrovsky when he first showed up here in Florida. It took him 3 years to get his act together. Stamkos has been in Tampa his whole career. You know, you don't just most of the time, superstars that go to the next team, very rarely is that a real success story. So I thought they'd be better. I mean, I picked them to lose to the Panthers in the Stanley Cup final. And they still could get their stuff together. But I think Bruno's kind of proven himself to be a good enough coach that I wouldn't place the blame on him just yet. Constantine says, what are my thoughts about the Winnipeg Jets? Should we be about them? Yeah, I saw that. What are they, like 42-1, right? I mean, the Jets, they got to finish. Right? I mean, I'm not saying Winnipeg is this good every year, but I'm about to sneeze. Or maybe I'm not. I might sneeze here. Oh, yeah, here it comes. Jeez. I don't have a cough button. Oh, here we go. Hold on a second. It's right there at the edge of my nose. I'm gonna sneeze. Winnipeg's problem's never been, make the playoffs and be a good team. They have to finish. And same thing happened with the Panthers before. Same thing happens with a lot of teams. Not every team, not all the teams that are good for a long period of time win, right? I mean, the Islanders were good for a long time. They didn't win. Boston won. There's been a hot minute, right? Edmonton's been, good for a little while. They haven't won yet. Winnipeg's got to finish, and they have to prove to themselves that they can finish. They got to stay healthy at the right time, and they got to finish. Hey, iDog says, I feel like tonight could be a trap game. We sometimes don't play well coming off the long break. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt that could be something. Absolutely no doubt. Hey, Amanda. Vincent says, do it. I couldn't do it. It wouldn't finish. My sneeze wouldn't finish as I was talking about the Jets needing to finish. Dustin says, Obi really wants Gretzky's record scored again last night. Yeah, the Capitals are doing well. I don't know that I buy it, right? I don't know that I buy it. I look at the Eastern Conference. I mean, I know the Canes are hot. I still think the Rangers are going to win that division. I know the Capitals are doing well. They could make the playoffs. Ottawa's kind of dipped a little bit. The Red Wings are ahead of them. I think in the end, what I said in my season preview was, there's going to be like 6 teams within 5 points of each other in that last month in the East. And I stick by that. Boston will get themselves sorted out. It's still going to be Florida, Toronto, Tampa, Boston, and then, Red Wings, Ottawa, Capitals, at least, the Islanders. There's going to be 4 or 5 teams fighting for those last spots. They're easy. Let me take a sip here real quick. So, we got, at least we're only on, that was the thing I wanted to mention. We're every other night for a while. So that should help the headaches. So the content should be a little bit more consistent. I know that people were, I didn't get to the skit. Obviously, my hope is that by next week, I'll be my normal self. I totally rearranged the room because I had to buy a shelving unit for projects that I'm doing. So the skit video is done in a different place, the same wall, still the same paint and everything. So you guys won't notice different other lighting. Does says U.S. women's team beat up Canadians too. Oh, good. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. Much appreciated. My internet crapping out now. Says happy game day tonight will be tough. Still good for Toronto. Looks good. There's we fixed his rebound control last year, right? That's what happened. We fixed his rebound control, and once he did, I mean, his numbers were better. His numbers were better than Bob's. You know? Oh, is that is the stream? Am I frozen? You guys can hear me because of a warning light here. I'll back out and come back. I don't know why we're having problems. That. So, yeah, we'll get to that. Give me a second. I'll back out here. I'll be back less than a minute. All right, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know if it's my laptop or the internet. We might be having. So far, we're okay. Looks like it's come back okay. It's just part of living where I live. I've had the house. I've had everything rewired from the road to the house, and basically, unless I go to the internet company and kidnap some technicians and just bring them out here under penalty of severe injury and make them fix the problem and not let them leave until they fix the problems will persist. So, man, it says, I say, what did I say about Stolars? We brought him in, and then, he had the rebound control problem last year at the beginning was bad, and we worked with him. And then once he solved that, I mean, his numbers were better than Bob's. There's no doubt. I'm not saying he's better than Bobrovsky, but Toronto got a good one. There's no doubt there, and especially considering the fact that Woll is only healthy like 5 games a year, right? I think they'll do okay. I don't know if they're ready to beat the Panthers in a playoff series or not, but they might be well enough there to continue to beat Tampa or Boston if that's their matchup. Vincent, you're gonna have me lose more subscribers, Vincent, if I answer that question. Vincent, all I'll say about anything, this is gonna be my whole commentary. I made a community post yesterday saying that when we come back live, there should be no talk about politics, and 6 people unsubscribed because I said no talk about politics. I'm not kidding, by the way. 6 people unsubscribed because I said, everybody be cool, don't talk about politics. I mean, I can't do anything but laugh. But that's, to answer your question, Vincent, that's true. That's the reward I got for trying to be cool. Jason says I voted for Bill Zito. Yeah. Craig says, plus Stolars has size. You can't coach that. That's very true. Yeah, we have a very good goalie pipeline. That is for sure. Even the guys that we, not so much that we draft, but this guys that we continue to bring in. I think I talked about that in one of the skit videos. Yeah, one of the skit videos was about that, where it's just like, half the division is guys that used to play with the Panthers. Vincent says Stolarz played 27 games last year. How can you compare his numbers to a starter? Well, I'm just saying his numbers were better. Not saying he was better. I'm saying his numbers were better. His numbers were better. Not my fault. Bob hogs all the games and Maurice didn't want to play them. Yeah, Dustin says, how dare I say Dustin, I tell you, I've completely given up on trying to figure out what people want or what they don't want in that. I have just completely given up. I almost threw the laptop across the floor when I looked at that though. I didn't, but I thought about it. I had a moment. I had to text Trey. Trey talked me off the ledge. I definitely had a moment. So, no, Vincent, look, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just calling the numbers. I'm not saying he was better than Bob. The point is that still, if you look at his numbers before we fixed his rebound control and after we fixed it, it's two different guys. It's completely two different guys. So I'm going to assume that that's why we keep holding on to Spencer Knight, because we know how good we are at developing goalies, and we're probably running out of guys you can pick up off the street and improve. Jason says that I see Maurice's comments on him being added to the NHL video game. He said if he isn't getting bleeped, the game isn't real enough. That's true. Yeah. I like this. I like Maurice, man. And it's funny how those things go, because when he first came in, remember there were still people that were kind of not all that pleased that we didn't keep Bruno. And so I watched this press conference and I was impressed. And then started hearing from Winnipeg fans, he gave up on the team and he always talks that way and yada, yada. And then when things didn't go so well, I did a video where I revisited my comments about the press conference. But I give him credit. Obviously the first year we didn't win the whole thing, but what I liked about him was that no matter what happened, he just to paraphrase, his answers would be, everything is fine. It's going exactly according to plan. Just be patient. Didn't matter. He just kept his head down and gave everybody the middle finger and said, it's fine. It's working. It's going exactly the way I thought it would go. And then son of a bitch takes us to 2 cups in a row and we win one. Jason, yeah, that's true. That's true. Holder says McDavid rushed his way to play with Vegas just to lose. You love to see it. Did he made it back already? Jeez. Hey, MJ. Hey, thank you, buddy. Thank you, MJ. Thank you, MJ. Says Jaws, happy Thursday. Oh my gosh, I'm super duper sorry for being extremely MIA. I've been traveling for work. Jeez. Come on, internet. Let's go. Why are we doing this? Come on. All right. It looks like it came back. If you guys are sick of hearing me say there goes the internet again, how think I feel? Right? We had that. How many times have I said we've had the problem fixed? We had it fixed, and then we had that power flash, and since then it's been, but only this laptop. So I don't know. I give up. We've been good. Thank you, MJ. Everything is good. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. Does Dale Talon get credit for Panthers Stanley Cup? Internet jumped on me again. This has got to stop. This is not okay. So to answer your question, Amanda, there was a video I did with Nick before the season started. I believe it's titled "The Florida Panthers Mr. Underappreciated," and that's what I talk about. Was that everybody's talking about Maurice and Zito and all of the great things, but Dale Talon has his fingers all over the team in terms of not just guys that we drafted, but guys that he drafted that we used as capital to get guys that helped us to win. So yeah, I mean, he absolutely, look, he made some mistakes, right? He made some mistakes. The other part to that, I think that I mentioned in that video was that if Spencer Knight works out, we went, thanks to Dale Talon, we will have gone from Luongo to Bobrovsky to Spencer Knight. And that's all Talon's work. That's Zito's got nothing to do with that. So, yeah, people, as much as we give Zito and everybody credit, not just Barkov. Talon's the one that signed Bob. So you kind of have to give him, his dues. Donna says, hey, Josh, since the Dolphins didn't trade any of their free agents that are up in the offseason, you think they'll walk for nothing or re-sign with the team? Man, I don't know. I'll be straight with you, Adonis. I haven't. I had to. The last two games I haven't even been able to watch because of the migraines. I saving my eyes for the hockey games. I kind of disconnected from the. It's hard to be connected to that team because it's very, very frustrating. They're very, very poorly managed, and they don't have my heart the way the Panthers did. Like when the Panthers were poorly managed, I wanted to make a YouTube channel and bitch about it. But part of that was also the fun of the fact when I began the channel that Sifu was on Twitter. I don't know if any of you were on Twitter back in like 2015, 16. When I say he was on Twitter, I mean, like if this was a Twitter live, Sifu would have been in the chat interacting like a fan. He was on Twitter talking with us and interacting and fighting with us and having conversations. I got a phone call from him. So it was a whole different period of time. So I felt way, way, way more emotionally invested in the team because literally the dude that partially owned the team was like engaging with the tweets and watching the videos and stuff. And so that kind of helped me to feel like part of it. Where with the Dolphins, it's just like you just want to take the whole thing and just like shit can it because they're so poorly managed. Yeah, Jason says Talon drafted Hubie and Weeks. Without them, we wouldn't have the pieces to trade for Chucky. Yep, I absolutely brought that up. Absolutely. Civil, hey, I appreciate that. The headache is still there. It's just manageable and tolerable right now. It is what it is. It went away for a couple of days, and then dumbass me watched the election, and because you don't want to go to sleep, right? I ain't going to sleep, right? Shoot. I didn't want to go to sleep because of what happened the last time, just on a personal level, because I don't like getting like shocked. I went to bed the last time at 3:00. I curled up with Karen. I said, well, Trump won. Woke up at 5 to take the dogs outside. He didn't win. It's like, what happened? So Kyle and I did not go to bed. We stayed up. I didn't get to bed till 4. Trey says, Trey says, like the streamer, Ross will buy the Panthers. Green Loogie, that's true. Those were the dark days. It was so much fun, though. I mean, we were bad at the one year. What was it, 13, 14? The year after we won the Southeast Division, we were bad, right? Was it that year or the year after? Might have been 2 years. I mean, we were bad. But, you felt, I guess maybe because the fan base was smaller and all of that, it just feels, you feel more a part of it. But with the Dolphins, it's just like, and it's hard. The games, not just the Dolphin games, but football games themselves is just commercial after commercial after commercial. You know what I mean? You could take a 5-minute nap. You didn't miss a play. Man says, I remember those days when we would lose to the Atlanta Thrashers. Oh, God. Oh, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh, man. It's so weird, too, now. Just because we're there now, right? All those years we were so bad. It's just just give us a good team. And now it's just we're the team. Not just the champs, but just we're that team that teams are trying to model their systems after, and everybody wants to beat us because they hate us. And so it's just been a surreal ride to go from where we were to where we are now. And I just hope it stays as long as it can. Paul says the Atlanta Thrashers are coming back and you're coaching them. Hey, MJ, thank you, brother. Thank you, MJ. Let's see if I can read that. Let me blow that up. Let me blow it up. Says headlines: Ovechkin scored his 861st goal. Dak Prescott is injured. Saints fired Dennis Allen. Giselle Bunge. I know how to say her name. I can't say it, but I know how to say it. She's pregnant. James Vanderbeek has colorectal cancer. And a raccoon fell from the ceiling at LaGuardia Airport. Nice. Don't leave out. This one's for Kyle. A couple of days ago, Quincy Jones died. Quincy Jones passed. He was 90-something years old. So I think that was on Election Day. It might have been on Election Day or the day before Election Day. Quincy Jones. Maybe, if it was on Election Day, nobody heard the news. Trey says a fair baby. She really got knocked up by her jiu-jitsu instructor. And Peanut died. Yeah, MJ. Yeah, Quincy Jones. Yeah. Green says, I remember watching a game years ago, deduction at worst, and they shut us out. If I remember seeing the chirps on early YouTube. Now here we are. Fans sigh when they see us in the lineup. Yeah. It's great. I don't think I can read that, Trey. I don't think I can. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up with some kind of YouTube. What do they give the little warnings on the videos? It says, bro, it took one squirrel for me to be, yeah. I don't think I can say that. I definitely can't read that. Oh, man. Yeah, life is surreal. It really, really is, But that's okay. Yeah, YouTube timeout. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not reading that. Jason says, I remember one year we beat the Lightning and the Blackhawks back-to-back to finish the year after both of those teams went to the finals. And then we lost to one of the worst teams the next night. Just had to laugh. That was the one thing, man. You always knew we were going to give effort, right? You always knew that we were going to give 100% effort. I don't know what you classify. I mean, it's so weird now. It's just Not only have we gotten to the point where we're so good that we can win games without really giving 100% effort, but we don't care. Like, we know as fans, we're like watching the game going, they can play better than this. They're winning the game. We won 6 out of the last 8, but they can play better than this. Come on. You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, whatever. Just save it for the playoffs. Can you imagine at any other point being a Panther fan thinking save it for the playoffs? What? What are you smoking? Sybil says, what are my thoughts? What were my thoughts when Hunter St. Martin was playing in the preseason? He's on fire in the WHL right now, 14 goals in 14 games. Vincent said they already flagged you as irredeemable. Don't bother. Sybil, I like the way he looked, right? Remember the previous year, Sam Miskevich looked like he was ready, and then he wasn't quite ready. There's going to be room. At some point, there's going to be room. But where that room would be, I don't know. I don't want to go trading guys. I'm not saying anything now. But how many years did we sign Rodriguez for? Right? How many? Was it 3 years at $4 million or 4 years at $3 million? I think it might have been 4 years at $3 million. But, eventually there's going to be room there. I'm not saying get rid of Rodriguez, but eventually guys like Sam Miskevich will move up, sort of, get into the lineup. This is a really, really weird analogy, but you ever see a really, really good-looking woman and you just don't even bother because she's like so far out of your league, and so there's like that mental block. I know that's not true for Trey. I know he but that's different. But there's that mental block with somebody where like, well, that's a millionaire, 6'2" millionaire. That's really not going to be for me. When I look at the prospects for the Panthers, like I'm watching them, I'm like, that's nice, but where? You know what I mean? It's like, where are we gonna put them? It's like when I start thinking about where are they gonna fit, you start thinking about who you're gonna get rid of, and you just kind of like, I don't want to get rid of anybody. Thank you, Sybil. 4 at 3. Okay, yeah, so he's not going anywhere. Yeah. They gave Billy Lindsay a day with the cup. Oh man, they gave Billy Lindsay a day with the cup. Nice. Pacharo says, Josh, former Dolphin player Channing Crowder has been showing up in my drive-thru every day at Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. Yeah. Not that I've met him, but he's a cool dude. Hey, MJ. He's doing good. Kyle's doing good. I had been dealing with the migraines for a few weeks now. So there was 2 games. He did everything. Well, there was no recap, but he did the whole stream and everything by himself. So, because I've been dealing with the headaches, but he's doing good. He's doing good. Billy Lindsay, man, with my headaches, I just haven't been able to watch the content that I should be watching. Where this poor squirrel is taking over the chat. Syl says, Jaws, we're going to put them in Philadelphia or Pittsburgh for aging vets on expiring deals, right? Yeah, and then they're going to score 40 goals this season, and I'll be pulling my beard out. Yeah, that's where they're going to go. They're going to, and then when I bitch about it, Zito will call me and say, well, you're the one that said we needed an Okposo for defense, right? Just no trading Sam Miskevich. I think Vincent's the one that said Sordiff would make good trade bait. Don't necessarily disagree, but we'll see. Hey, Amanda, thank you. This is one of your best streams, Jaws. Hopes it's helped the headaches. It's surreal that the Panthers are kind of like the Chiefs of hockey. Anyway, thank you, Amanda. Much appreciated. Yeah, like I always say, that's what I found out during the first Boston series on Low Quality Bruins Fans channel. I forget which game it was. I think it was game 3 or game 4. And I happened across his channel. I went into the chat and I realized, oh, we're the assholes. And that was the first. I didn't realize that. I did not realize that. But once I saw that chat, I realized that, oh, we're the bad guys. And it's not gotten any better. It's not gotten any better since then. Vincent says, so these migraines ladies going to visit you often now. Oh, boy. If only that was the problem. Now, if I could watch the game with my eyes closed, I'd be fine. If maybe I just listen to the I'll be okay. I thought I knew what it was, but it wasn't. So now I there was 2 things I was pretty sure was contributing, and neither one of them were. So I'm kind of right back where I started again, but it's not so bad. Lundell's about to start dating Sydney Sweeney. iDog says, we are the Chiefs of hockey, and we haven't won anywhere close to what the Chiefs have, but the Chiefs get ref help, and we don't. I mean, so about that. iDog, I like to be intellectually honest. I'm not saying that we get assistance. I'm not saying that. But let's just say I don't remember a time watching the Panthers up until last season, and especially this year, where I'm watching the play, and about 3 times a game, I watch what's happening on the ice, and I'm like, oh, they're not going to call that? Okay, that's cool. All right, I didn't see that. I didn't see that trip. I didn't see that elbow. I didn't see that. I guess that didn't happen. They're not going to call that. So I'm not saying we're getting ref help like the Chiefs. It's brutal. It's pretty bad. Dude jumps 5 yards off sides, and the ref's like, "What? Oh, I was playing Pac-Man on my phone." But we're definitely getting the benefit of the doubt on some no calls multiple times a game. I cannot sit here and lie and say I am not seeing it, especially in the tripping, interference, in the light, in the sketchy stuff. You know what I mean? That if you're a fan of the other team, you're like, what? Oh, we're just gonna let the Panthers do whatever they want. I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it a little bit, you know. Boobs are overrated. How did this chat devolve? I'm over here trying to talk hockey, and then I'm over here in a serious conversation about the refs in hockey, and I look at my chat, and Trey says boobs are overrated, and Dustin says, Trey, I think you meant butts. Did I come to the wrong stream? Did I stream to the wrong channel? Oh, man. Hey, MJ, thank you, buddy. He says, which NFL ref is public enemy number 1? What's the dude's name? Dang it. Somebody's going to know. Somebody's going to know. The PJ Luxmore. That's the dude. Not that he's that bad, but he's just so annoying. He's annoying. I don't know why. He rubs me the wrong way like Patrick Mahomes. Right? Still says, I don't know if you're aware, but you are streaming on the men's channel. Am I or am I not? Is that a joke or is that serious? Let me look up here. Hold on a second. No, I'm definitely not. I'm looking because it's possible. Oh, Wes McCauley, that's a good one, MJ. Yeah. Who cracked that joke? Civil. It's totally possible I could be. So that's why I had to check. Hey, Amanda, thank you. She says, who's my favorite Panther before this current core? Mine was Stephen Weiss and Ole Jokinen. I got to go with Jovo. I got to go with Jovanovski. Yeah. I got to go with Jovo. He was, it's a shame that, some of our best guys, Jovanovski, Luongo, ended up elsewhere. Tippett, Kulikov, but he came back, right? You see how I worked that in there? But, yeah, Jovanovski was my favorite. I didn't dislike Weiss. But I liked during that time frame. I mean, Jokinen was cool. I liked the line, the Fleischman, Weiss, and Versteeg line. It just flowed together. Just saying it, you know what I mean? Fleischman, Weiss, and Versteeg. Although I know Weiss is in the middle for whatever reason, I used to call it Fleischman, Weiss, and Versteeg. That was a fun line. MJ says Mellenby for me. I have an original. You guys have probably seen it in a couple of videos. I have an original inaugural year Panthers, the winter jacket that I wear sometimes. And I had that sucker signed by Scott Mellenby. It's washed off now, right? But I literally got that the first year. And that's the only winter jacket I've ever had. That's the only winter, well, other than being in the military. But I've never gotten rid of that. Hey, thank you, Amanda. Thank you. Oh, Nathan Horton. Yeah. Yeah, he was a good dude too. We had a lot. We had a number of players you wanted to root for, right? Good guys that just gave everything that they had, and we just could never put it all together. By the time Bure got there, the 96 team had been frittered away, and we just could never, he was never, I know he got like 50 million goals, but we just could never put enough of around everybody. That's why it was so frustrating that loss to the Devils, because we finally looked like we were starting to turn the corner a little bit. You make that comeback and, get that sucker to double overtime after being down 2-0. Drew says Weiss had his wedding party. Boy, that's a lot of W. Weiss had his wedding party. Hey, at my old club, I bounced that. Nice. How's your back, buddy? Hey, Colby. He says, I always remember the Leishman starts at 12, but once 12 hits, I totally forget. Well, at least I remember. Right? Cordial says, my favorite player of old is tie between Jovo, Niedermeyer, Bure, and Beezer. Yeah, it's weird. Beezer was the name of my first dog, right? My eBay store is Beezer's Books. So, but I still Jovo. All right, scroll down to the bottom. Incorrigible says Barkov has solidified himself as my favorite at this time and hope he stays over 90% of his career with the Cats. It wouldn't Dustin Pavel. It wouldn't surprise me to see. I would be surprised, honestly, if Barkov went anywhere else. Drew says back's okay, soreness going away slowly. Good. How long until you know if it'll work? For sure. How long until you know if it's going to work? Dustin says Ollie was super nice, always signed stuff for me in Tampa when they played here. Yeah, they there used to be, I don't know if it's still down there, it's probably not. There used to be this place called the Hollywood Mall. It was not very big, but it was a mall. And they would have sports cards show there once a month, every other weekend, something like that. And, it's before the internet. So those shows really, they drew a crowd. And they would always have guys there from the Panthers signing stuff. And the day that I went was Mellenby, and I think it was Lowry. It might have been Mellenby and Gord Murphy. No, it was Mellenby and Gord Murphy. But you had to pick one. You could stay in line and you bring your item and to sign it, but you had to stay in line for one person. So I picked Mellenby. But they would always have guys there signing stuff. But now that mall slowly closed away like all of the malls. But good memories of going to that. The car that was this is off the topic a little bit, but it's a good story. A couple of years before they had the steroid year in baseball, I was at one of those card shows, and I was just looking to trade, right? And I had like, I don't know, a half dozen Sammy Sosa rookie cards before anybody gave a crap about Sammy Sosa. And I wanted to trade these rookie cards with this guy just for some cards he had like in his dollar box. Like, I'll give you 5 of these rookie cards for like 2 of the dollar cards in your dollar box. And this guy looks at me and he says, "Who the hell would want Sammy Sosa rookie cards?" And he wouldn't trade with me. And those suckers, they're not probably worth all that much now, but for a hot minute, they was worth a lot of money. And I had them because that guy did not want to trade me. I was very happy I still had those cards. Oh, true. Yeah, right. Man, it says, Hope Collins doing good. It's been a while since I caught a stream. I wasn't able to watch the Finland games. He's doing good. He's good. The break did him good because obviously he had to run a bunch of the streams for me. I was there for the Finland ones, but by the second period of the second game, headache came back, and it's gone away again since then. And I'm okay. It's there now, but it's not enough to stop me from working. Hey, MJ, thank you, MJ. He says, Josh, you bring up malls. Which area of the mall did you hang out in the mall the most when growing up? Also, what's my favorite mall memory? Well, my favorite mall memory is I went to high school in North Miami Beach, senior high, across the street from the 163rd Street Mall. And my car was my 1968 Plymouth Fury that had been my grandfather's car. And we packed me and 16 other people in that car and drove from NMB High parking lot over to 163rd Street and had our lunch. So there was 17 of us in there. As for hanging out at the mall, I didn't really hang out all that much. I wasn't a big mall person. Record stores. That was my thing. Brother Gene and I would drive around and go to the record stores, and we would race each other inside. He liked the 45s. I liked the 12 inches. I still got all my stuff. Yeah, I used to go to the movies at your mall with your dad. Yeah. Was there? Yeah, there was a theater there. That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, Brother Gene lost his virginity in the 163rd Street Mall parking garage. Yeah, so there's that. That's his mall story. I'm just telling his mall story in his stead since he's not here. Robin Williams has a joke about someone waking up from a coma and asks, who's the president? Bush? Still. No, his son, Jeb. Okay, he seemed all right. No, the other one, Junior. No, the one that traded Sammy Sosa. That's funny. Hey, Saul. Oh, what a small world. You live behind the high school I went to that strip mall, and it's almost abandoned. 163rd Street? Wow. Yeah, that was one of the bigger malls before Aventura came in. I lived down there before they even built Aventura. That's how old I am. Drew says Botox helps with migraines, believe it or not. People get it at Dee Dee's office. I did not know that. I did not know that. It would make sense because it numbs the nerve, right? Right? That would make sense. That's all I need. That's all we need is Jaws or Botox. I just come on and be like, well, I don't have a migraine, but my face doesn't move anymore. Colby says, I thought this was going to be a first kiss story. No, I don't even. Where the hell would my? Oh, you wouldn't. None of you would believe me if I told you the first kiss story. There's nobody would believe me, so I can't even tell that one. MJ, yeah, that's true. Yeah, True says, yeah, exactly. Look into it. Colby says at least Gene had some sort of experience, right? MJ, your first kiss didn't come till college. No, I definitely can't. I definitely cannot tell that story. That is for sure. Here we go. Green Loogie says, I do agree a little lip injection would suit Jaws. I'm not. I'm good. I'm good. It was around, no, it was before that time. Let me see. Hold on a second. How old am I? I was 71. How old is, well, this is going to give it away, but how old is third grade? Wait, third grade? No, second grade. How old is second grade? How old is second grade? True, believe it or not, the story is actually more embarrassing than that because it's true. My mom was not happy with me. My mom was not happy with me. Yeah, second grade. Second grade. True says, remember the Panthers' old gloves with the claws? Yeah. Now that I'm remembering. Trey says, I turned 8. Yeah. Well, that's why I can't tell the story. I'm too young. I was too young. I got taken advantage by 2 older girls. That's all I can tell you. That's all I'm saying. All right. They were in third grade. I was in second grade, and I just got, it's just, I can't talk about it. So, Green Loogie says, I don't know. I failed first grade. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's funny. Hey, MJ, thank you. He says, okay, here we go. Who was my female celebrity crush growing up? You'll go first, Pamela Anderson. Oh God. I know her name, but I never say her name, so I can't remember her name. But Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins. Yeah. Green says Jenny McCarthy. Trey says Sandra Bullock. Demolition Man. True says Vanna White. Dustin's Britney Spears. Yeah, Mary. Yeah, and everybody's laughing at Mary Poppins. Yeah, Julie Andrews. Yeah, Julie Andrews. Yeah. Hey, I'm older than all of you, for most of you anyway. Maybe not Trey. I mean, maybe not True. I think I'm older. Yeah, I'm older. Yeah. Julie Andrews, right? Yeah. That's the name. Yep. Oh my God. Yeah, those were the days. True's 46. Yep, I'm way older than you. Jesus. Is there anybody here that I'm not older than? Is there anybody here that I'm not that's older than me? This sucks. I ain't answering any more questions. Is there anybody here older than me? This has got to stop. Now that I'm thinking about it. Am I like legitimately like the old man now? Is that it? Yeah, MJ, we ain't MJ, you could be my kid. Trey says I quickly shipped it to J-Lo, but it wasn't because I saw Sienna. I saw Out of Sight first, the Money Train. Well, crap. Yeah. Don't everybody who's older than me chime in at once, by the way. don't everybody answer at once. Yeah, the old wise leader. Jesus, when did that happen? I got to get some beard color. This is a bunch of crap. This is not okay. Yeah. So when I say I got a migraine, you guys are just like, oh, the old man is broken down again. Trey says 37. I remember 37. Jeez. Derek's 35. Yeah, I'll give you that one, MJ. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Green. Dustin says 37. Tyler's 32. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Jeez. Hey, none of you even started with a 5 at all, huh? All right. That's cool. I know my place now. That's okay. Oh boy, there goes True. That's it. The stream is demonetized. Jesus, I can't bring you guys anywhere. Dustin says my mind is out of an 8-year-old, though facts are so funny. It never farts are still funny. Lindsay Lohan. Oh, now that's not one I'd seen or heard of. That's not one I had thought about. Yeah, I would add geez, what's her name? I can't remember the names now. To Julie Andrews. The girl from Halloween and Trading Places. What the hell is her name? What the hell is her name? Somebody's going to know it. Yeah, there you go. Derek's got Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah. Yeah, Jamie. Yeah. Mary Poppins and Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah. I would definitely not kick them off the massage table. That's for damn sure. Right? Yeah, well, that's for your age group, that's MILFs and Cougars. For my age group, that's like, hey, ain't we about the same age? Damn it. When did that happen? All right. Well, geez. So we got a hockey game to Sarah Michelle Gellar. Daisy Duke, that's another one. Heidi Klum, that's another one. Losing all of my female subscribers as we speak. That's fine. Oh my God. Can you imagine what the poor people who find this channel and watch these streams thinking they're getting a hockey show? Can you imagine what, I mean, jeez. I try. Jennifer Love Hewitt. That's right. That's another one. Yeah. Hey, you notice how most of them were people that were before the internet, right? Interesting. Trey says, Amanda asked the question. Dustin says, politics and women, I'll be down to 10 subs. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Oh, my God. Yeah, Jaws is all alone now. Don't get me going. Yeah. It was their super chat that started this. Okay. All right. Oh, man. And then you guys are just going. This is crazy. Debbie Dunning. And furthermore, it was a super chat that led to the boob talk. I take full credit for steering it here, Ellie McPherson. You guys like the tall ones. Not that Mary Pop, Julie Andrews, not that they weren't tall, but yeah, you guys have lost it. All right. I got to go do my eBay pack and ship. We will thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for the super chats. We had a good time. We had, yeah, Derek says new subs will be like, what the heck did I? Yeah, exactly. We like to keep people on their feet. Thank you, MJ. I love you guys back. So 1.5 hour before the game tonight, you guys know the drill. And then unless I croak, I'll just keep powering through the noon streams. It's not so bad. Headache's not so bad. So I'm getting hungry. So hopefully that I eat some food. And the food usually makes it really bad or so I don't know. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you later on tonight.